Hello children. Continue from the last session as we have discussed the algebraic methods of solving linear equations in two variables. Now we are going to learn the graphical method of solving linear equation in two variables. Let us start the graphical method for solving linear equation in two variables. Our aim in this particular to learn in this particular method is to draw the graphs for the given pair of equations. We have already learned how to draw the graph for the linear equations in two variables in class 9. So we will extend our knowledge and try to solve the pair of linear equations by graphical method. During our study, we have learned many types of linear equations in two variables. Let us recall them. You know that the general form for the linear equation in two variable x and y is written as ax plus by equal plus c equal to 0. So by proceeding from this equation, we can write by equal to minus ax minus c, or y equal to minus a by b into x minus c by b. We are considering this minus a by b to m and this minus c by b as b. Since c and b are constant, so ratio of these two will also be a constant. We are considering b, so there is no harm to consider this. Similarly, minus a by b, since a and b both were real numbers, so minus a by b also be a real number, so no harm to consider minus a by b as n. But in geometry, when we draw the graph, we will see this minus a by b, that is the ratio of coefficient of x with negative sign when divided by the ratio of y, it will give the slope of the line 1. In coming classes, we will be discussing more about the slope of the particular line. Similarly, this minus c by b, since c and b are real numbers, so their ratio is also be a real number, and we are considering minus c by b as small b, so we can write the equation y equal to mx plus b. This b is constant, also it is known as y-intercept. So what is an y-intercept? Y, the point where a line crosses the y-axis of the graph, will be known as the y-intercept. For this particular class, we will just remember the definition of y-intercept, and in further classes. Now see, we are intended to find the solution for the pair of linear equations by graphical method. Before that, let us know how to convert in real examples the standard form to slope intercept form. Consider we are given with standard form 4x minus y equal to 6 and 2x plus y equal to 0. So what we did, we just keeping y in one side and other into other side. So it becomes y equal to 4x minus 6, and this becomes y equal to minus 2x. This becomes slope intercept form. Now, a solution to a system of linear equations in two variables is an ordered pair xy which satisfy all the given equations. If we solve this pair of equations, we will get 1 comma minus 2 is the ordered pair which satisfy both the equation. We just put 1 in place of x and minus 2 in place of y. We will get these verified by this point. So we'll call this point is a solution for this particular pair of linear equations. Let us assume the pair of linear equations. We have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pairs of linear equations, and we have already converted these equations to y equal to mx plus p form, and the meaning we have already discussed in earlier. Now let's check here. Y is equal to 3x plus 4 and y is equal to minus 3x plus 2. This is a pair of linear equations in two variables where the coefficient of x is 3 and in other equation coefficient of x is minus 3, whereas coefficient of y is 1 in both of the equation and 4 into two different constants. The set we can observe here. Now just check what is m. M is our minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. That means slope here in this particular equation y equal to 3x plus 4, the slope is minus 3, whereas the slope in this equation y equal to minus 3x plus 2 is 3. That is, they have two different slopes. Similarly, we can check in this pair we will have two different slopes. So when two different slopes are coming, what we are observing, equation has one solution, and we say this pair of linear equations we say when slopes are different, the solution is consistent and independent. In both of the cases, we can check here. If slopes are different, we can find a unique solution and consistency. We can also say if slopes will be different, the pair of linear equations are consistent and their solutions are independent. Now check out this pair. For more understanding, we are taking same equation y equal to 4x minus 5 and just we are going to repeat it y equal to 4x minus 5 so that we can make the slope same. If the slope is same as well as same y-intercept. Y-intercept is our b. From earlier slides we can check. If these two conditions are available with our linear pair of equations, that means if they have same slope as well as y-intercept is equal, then we can say it is consistent but dependent, and there will be infinite solutions. Now check another example, y equal to 7x plus 1 and y is equal to 7x minus 1. We are taking same slope but different y-intercepts. We will say in this condition pair of linear equations are inconsistent and there will be no solution. So everyone must remember these conditions, in which conditions we can find a solution and in which conditions we cannot find solution for the given pair of linear equations. Similarly, you just think about the last one, why we are writing there. Now similarly, determine whether minus 4 comma 16 is a solution to the system of equation this. What we have to do, we will just put minus 4 in place of x and 16 in place of y, and we will check whether right hand side becomes equal to the left hand side or not. So what we did, in equation 1, y equal to 4x. So just put y is equal to 16 as given and x is equal to minus 4. So we get 16 equal to 16. Similarly, in equation 2, we will put y equal to minus 2x plus 8. It is the given equation. We just put y equal to 16 and x is equal to minus 4 here, and rest is set. Similarly, our left hand side is 16 and this minus 4 into minus 2 becomes plus 8 and this side 16. So 16 equal to 16. That means RHS is equal to LHS. That means this point or this ordered pair satisfies both of the equation. So we will say minus 4 comma 16 is a solution for the given pair of linear. Similarly, we can also check whether minus 2 comma 3 is a solution to the given system of equation. We will do the same process with these two equations. Let us check here. Just put x is equal to minus 2 and y equal to 3. We will see here minus 2 plus 3 to the 6 equal to 4. That means minus 2 equal to plus 6 equal to 4. 4 equal to 4 is coming. Again, in equation 2, we are putting x is equal to minus 2 and y equal to 3. But here, after solving, we are getting 3 equal to minus 3, which is not true. So in one equation it is coming true and in second one it is not coming true. So we will say minus 2 comma 3 is not a solution for the given pair of linear equation. In the same process, we will be doing the other examples. You do yourself. Many examples are available in the textbooks. So please refer textbook and solve it yourself. If anybody have any problem, then please. Now, our main intention, how to graph a linear equation in two variables. In class 9, we have already learned how to draw graph for the given linear equation in two variables. We are just extending that. We are doing the same process, but in this particular case, we will draw. We will use same graph paper to draw the graphs for both of the equation. Since a pair of linear equation will have two equations, so both of the equations will be plotted on the same graph paper. For that, let us check an example. We have 3x minus y equal to minus 1 and y. So we converted this to y equal to 3x plus 1. In slope intercept form, as we have already discussed, slope m equal to 3 by 1. For our quick process for memorizing, we will call the numerator as rise and denominator as run. This is only for our easiness to remember what is the slope. Generally, slope we have already discussed, negative of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. see, when we make negative of coefficient of x, it becomes -3, and y is 1. But in our equation, one negative sign was present, so it becomes 3 by 1. Similarly, we can also find the y-intercept is 1 here. Now, when we draw the graph, where to find the y-intercept? What we have discussed, y-intercept is a point where the graph or the line intersect the y-axis. You see, this is the point where the line intersect the y-axis. So, coordinate of this point becomes 0, 1. So, this is very simple technique to draw a given equation. Now, after plotting the equation, we can represent it in slope intercept form, which is much easier than ever before. So now we will discuss in the next slide how to solve or how to find out the solution for the given pair of the equations. In this particular case, we have drawn only one. This is 3x minus y equal to -1. This is the graph. But in the coming slides, we will be doing same thing for two different. We have taken few examples to draw or to find out the solution for the given pair of linear equations. We have taken 6. I will be doing some of the problems and rest is your assignment. Let us begin with one of the example. So here is our problem. Our linear pair of equation is given as x minus y equal to 4 and x plus y equal to 2. We will draw the x minus y equal to 4 in slope intercept form. Then we will have the equation as this, and when we draw the second one, we will get this line. Since we are drawing these two graph for these two in same graph paper, so we will be getting two lines, and the line where the point where the line intersect each other, this is known as the point of intersection, and in our particular case we will call it the solution of the linear pair of the equation. The point of intersection is 3 minus 1. How to find out the 3 minus 1? When we draw the graph of these two, we will just see the point of intersection is here. Just above it, we will be going, we are meeting here in x-axis, and here we are meeting y-axis. So the coordinate here will be -1 for y-axis and 2, 3 for the x-axis. So answer will be 3, -1. This is the point of intersection for this graph of the given equations, and we'll call it the solution for the given pair of linear. Let us take second example. Here we have taken 2x minus y equal to -1 and x plus y equal to 7. When we draw the graph, we are getting this is as graph for x plus y equal to 7, and this blue one for 2x minus y equal to -1, and point of intersection we are getting 2, 5. So 2, 5 is our solution for the given pair of linear equation. Similarly, you can do the other examples in your graph paper and verify it with the method we have already discussed. What we have to do, we have to just put this x equal to 2 and 5 in both of the equation, and we will have to check whether RHS are equal to or not to the LHS. If these both of LHS and RHS becomes equal, then it will automatically verified. In that particular case, we'll say 2, 5 is the. Similarly, we have taken another pair of equation x minus 2y equal to minus 2 and 3x minus 2y equal to 2. After plotting the graph, we are getting the point of intersection as 2, 2. All students are requested to verify whether the point of intersection is always a solution for the given pair of linear equations or not. Do it yourself. Try in home. Best of luck for the rest of the examples. So this is our summary. How, when we are going to solve the system of linear equations in two variable by graphical method, usually there are 4 steps. What are those steps? Try to remember, practice yourself so that it becomes easier to solve. Our first step, put both equations in slope-intercept form. Second one, draw the graph of both of the equations on the same graph paper. Third step, find out the point of intersection. And fourth step, check whether the point of intersection is the solution for the given pair of equation or not. How to do this? Substitute the x and y values into the both equations to verify the point is a solution to both of the equation. If it is true, then we'll say the point of intersection is our solution. These are few examples for your home assignment. Try to do these examples on graph paper without having overwriting. For that, you can use pencil also. Remember, graphing by pen, either blue or black, is not allowed in the examination. So always try to use pencils. And in last, since it is our time to quarantine ourselves, the coronavirus is spreading throughout the world very rapidly, and since we do not have a proper solution, that is the proper vaccination for the coronavirus, so please always try to remember the guidelines to wash your hands for 20 seconds at least with the help of sanitizer or any of the hand wash available at your home. Use a tissue for cough and sneezing. Avoid touching your face. And one thing, avoid, try to avoid going outside without a proper work. Thanks a lot. Stay at home, stay safe.